Yes, sir, I have a doubt. In last session, you have thought about a group, no, sir?
Yes.
Yeah, in that, if we want to add a user into the group, if we want to add a 10 user, can we able to add at a time two, three user, or we have to add one by one?
No, no, you can add it. You can do one thing. The command that I had told you. What command I told you? Group mems or group hyphen ag?
Okay, 1 minute, sir.
I might
Hyphen
have told
AG.
you group add space minus g space
AG,
like
sir.
that.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you can do one thing whenever you are using the command. So I asked you to enter the username at the end. So if you want to add multiple user at the same time, so you can do one thing: username 1 space username 2, means whatever is the name of another user space username 3. So that will allow you to add multiple user at the same time. Just like this one was the command. Let me tell you: user mode, then space hyphen a, then
AG.
capital G, space group name. Suppose the group name is G1, then username. Suppose the first username is Raj, another
Okay.
username is Seema, space another username is Sumit, another one is Tata, then enter. This way
Okay.
you can add multiple users.
Okay. Is there any
Okay.
limit, sir?
No, there is no limit. You can
Okay.
use anything.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Any further doubts? You can come with your doubts, no issues. This is one of the doubt sessions. So बता दिए करो कुछ है तो.
So how to recover the root password? So if we
Yes, that I will tell you. Suppose the root password is forgotten, or
yes
you
sir.
miss the root password. So there is a
Yes.
grub. There is a grub loader that you can use. This is the part of our curriculum. Like if any root password gets lost, then how you are going to recover it. So that's very simple. Like there are only 3 to 4 steps. You need to restart the Linux. Then during the restart, you might have seen this option. I will tell you practically also, but not today.
Sir,
Because
because I have
before.
lost the lost the root password.
Oh,
So
okay.
I have asked.
No, I cannot tell you the real practical today, because for
Okay.
that
Okay,
you
sir.
need to understand about the grub configuration. So that's the reason I am not telling you. But yes, I can give you the hint.
Okay, sir.
I will start grub in next weekend.
Okay, sir.
Then you would be able to understand. But for now, you can just reinstall the Linux.
Okay. Okay. No problem.
Just give me 1 minute. So see, during this restart screen,
Yes, sir.
there will be two options to select: the Linux rescue and the VM Linux. So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
we select the first option. It did
Yes.
not come. Let me show you how it will come. So let me log in first. Let me restart the Linux now. So during the restart, see, these two options
Yes,
are
sir.
coming.
Yes,
So
yes.
the second one is for password reset. This one,
Okay.
Linux rescue. So rescue mode is like a safe mode. Just like in
Okay.
Windows, you have the safe mode option for rescue. So in Linux, it's VM Linux rescue mode.
Okay, sir.
So you will have to use this option. Then you need to press E. Then you would be required to edit one of the FS tab. Like you need to enter 1 there. FS tab is equal to 1. Then you
Okay.
will save that. Once you will save it, then it
Okay.
will give you the terminal. So then you can use the command like pass wd space root enter. Then you can change the password. So that's 3 to 4 step only. But before this, you should know the FS tab and bootloader concept. That's the reason I am not telling you.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
But
No
yes,
problem.
this will be covered in the session. This is very easy one, and it happens a lot in company. Like password get expired because company, like, because of the engineer's fault, the password
Yes.
get expired. He did not change the password, and the root password will be lost. So there will be many occasion. Then we will have to reset the password in Linux. In Windows, this does not happen because Windows gives the notification on the screen that your
Yes, sir.
password is going to expire in 7 days, 10 days.
Yes, sir.
But in Linux, it does not give the notification. You will have to check it from the terminal. So if someone missed that, then the password will be lost. So in
Okay.
that condition, the password recovery would be required. So I will tell you about this one.
Okay, sir.
Any other questions?
Sir, hello, I can share my
Yes,
screen.
yes, you can. Let me stop my. Yes, now I just click on the recording stop option. Now it's good.
Size visible.
Yes, it is. Now just type passwd space the name of user account. Not passwd. You want to delete it, right? So user del space username. So it got deleted now.
Yesterday, error is coming.
Maybe you were using the dollar account,
No,
the
no, no,
local
I'm,
user.
no, 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 I'm in the root account, but this error is coming. Yeah.
Maybe that was the error related to PID. It's in process, right?
Yes,
So if that error is coming, you need to restart your Linux,
yes.
then it will get eliminated.
Now this boss is deleted, so nano also same usable nano one.
Yes, you can delete the nano also. User del space nano. Let's try
Okay.
it.
Nano.
So it is also deleted. So maybe you were facing the process error, like boss one is using one of the process. That kind of error was coming, I think.
Yeah, yes, yes.
If that was the situation, so what happens if we create the user account and if we log in with that new user account, and if we leave something in the sense, suppose we have opened any file or we have created something with that new user account, so it use the process. Just like in Windows, it use one of the process and it will reflect in the task manager. So in Linux, there is a PS, process shell. So we will come to that point in the next session. We have to cover that only, like process in Linux. So if any process is in pending state in Linux, if anything is open, then it will not allow you to delete the user account. So first thing would be you need to kill that process. There is a command, task kill space PID number. Then you can kill that process and you can delete the user. But I haven't told you about that process. That's the reason. What you can do, if you are not able to delete the user account, you can restart the Linux machine. Then you would be able to delete it. But in case you don't want to restart the Linux, then you will use the command to delete the task. So the command I will tell you in the next session once I will start the process. That's the part of process. So there will be kill process, zombie process, task kill process. So that's something we will cover in the next session. But for now, if you are not able to delete any user account, restart the Linux machine, then try the user del command. Okay. So if,
Sir, can I have the meeting ID and password because I am unable to join from my laptop?
you want to join from mobile,
No, I have joined through my mobile, but I am unable to join from my laptop also. So, can we have the ID and password? Can I-
wait. AWS. So this is valid for today only. It will get changed for tomorrow.
Okay, sir. No problem.
I'm pasting it in the chat box.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
This is the link. So meeting ID and password is also there.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Yes, sir, I have one question.
Yes. So Dinesh, your query is resolved, right?
Yeah, right. Yes. And
Okay, you
stop my
can
screen.
stop your sharing.
Okay.
Now tell me, Saif.
Sir, as you told about password reset.
Hmm.
So, sir, in case anyone can change this password, like if anyone knows this process and anyone can access this password.
No one can change the password, only root can. Just like you might have seen during the practical, we have switched to the root user account. Without root user account, you cannot change the password of any user. So this privilege is only given to the root. If someone is root, if someone knows the root password, then they would be able to change it. Otherwise, no.
Sir, in case you told that in case root password got expired or so,
Miss
Yes, miss. So for restoring the password, you told some of process of the rescue.
Yes, yes.
So in that case, sir, if root password got lost, anyone can access that by following that process.
If root password is lost, then suppose what happens? See, by default, this process, like the process that I am telling you, this will be open. Open means you are in the company, you know the process how to recover the root password, you would be able to do it. Because
Yes.
that's very simple. I told you, restart the Linux, select the rescue option, then do some changes in the FS tab, then the root password will be changed, right? So
Correct.
by default, everyone would be able to do it, whether they are root or not, because they don't know the password. We lost the password. That's the reason we are trying to recover it. So by default, every user who knows the process about this, they would be able to do it. But there is one thing, like in Grub. Let me give you the overview only, because Grub I will cover later on. So there is a Grub loader. Grub means Grand Unified Bootloader. So this loader helps the Linux to start. Start in the sense, when you start your window machine, so there is a boot.mgr file in window. So this boot.mgr file is responsible for starting the window machine. This is the main file which is available in C drive Windows. C drive Windows System 32, you would be able to see this boot.mgr. So this is the important loading file of window. Similarly in Linux, there is a grub loader. Grub means Grand Unified Bootloader. So this grub helps the Linux to start. Whatever Linux you are using, it will follow the grub process. So whenever you start the Linux, it starts with the help of grub loader. Now, if someone lost the password, if admin password is not recoverable, it has been expired. So in that condition, anyone can go to the rescue mode of Linux. They can do some editing and they can change the password. So that's not a secure method. That's
Yes.
open to everyone. So what company does, the company administrator is going to restrict this grub with the password. This will be encrypted with one of the password. Means if anyone is trying to enter into the rescue mode, they would need to enter the password. And what password it will be? It will not be your root password. It will be the grub password. So after entering the grub password only, you would be able to change the root. And grub password is not expirable. It doesn't expire. You can change it according to your requirement, but it does not expire anytime. So you will have to remember this password. If you lost this password as well, then there is no chance of recovery. Your Linux machine has to be decommissioned. Decommission means it has to be formatted.
Okay.
So through this, you can restrict the password changing pattern. Otherwise, everyone who knows the process, they would be able to change it.
Sir, there is also one password method which I have tried in my previous computer. Sir, I think that is boot password. So before machine boot, it asks for the password and then you enter the password and then it starts booting and then you.
That's BIOS password.
Yes, sir, BIOS password. Sir, is that like this kind of password? Grub password?
No. Grub is a different. Grub is the main booting file of Linux actually. See, BIOS is not related to your operating system. What is BIOS? BIOS stands for Basic Input Output System.
Oh.
Means whatever system you are using, suppose you are using one of the desktop or you are using one of the laptop. So it is one of the hardware. Now, whatever peripherals are attached with this hardware like keyboard, mouse, CPU, RAM, whatever extra devices are attached, whatever internal components are attached with the desktop and laptop, it will reflect in the BIOS. So BIOS is like your input output device settings related to your hardware. It is not related to your software. So even if there is no operating system in your laptop, still you would be able to enter into the BIOS. You have seen that option during the window installation. You might have seen that we don't have any window in the laptop or desktop, but still we are able to enter into the BIOS. So BIOS is a firmware actually. It's not a software, it's a firmware. And what is firmware? So firmware is a type of program that can directly communicate with your hardware. So firmware can directly install on the hardware, but the software can be installed on the operating system only. And operating system can be installed on the firmware kernel.
Yes.
So BIOS manages your peripheral devices, basic input output system, like whatever input devices are available, keyboard, mouse, monitor, CRT, CPU, RAM, whatever output devices you have attached, like pen drive also. So it will reflect inside the BIOS. So if you want to restrict something, like with the BIOS, you can manage your complete hardware. You can set the first boot device priority, like how you want to install Windows. So you need to do the changes in the BIOS, right? You need to select the first boot device as a pen drive. So if you want to restrict the BIOS, that no one can enter into the BIOS, then you can do it with the password. So if you will enter the password in the BIOS, then someone who will try to go to the BIOS, they will require to enter the password. And the BIOS key is very similar, like F12, F11, F2, escape, del. So these are the BIOS key. So if someone tries to enter into the BIOS just to change something on the hardware level, if you have set up the password, then that password has to be entered. Then there is another password which is called CMOS. CMOS stands for complementary. I am recalling it after 10 years. Metal oxide semiconductor. So this is the full form of CMOS. Now, what is CMOS? So CMOS is actually like a cell. It is like a cell in the desktop, and in the laptop, it will be like a chip, and it stores the time information, date and time information. You might have noticed that if I will shut down my laptop and if I will turn it on, if I turn it on after 1 week or 1 year, still my time will be activated. My time would be okay. Just like suppose I shut it down today. So it doesn't mean that tomorrow I will turn on my laptop and I will have to reset my time. My time will be okay. It will be running even after my system is shut down. So how the time gets retained, how the date gets retained. So it is retained inside the CMOS battery. There is a CMOS inside the laptop and desktop. So this one, if you want to restrict the boot process in the sense someone is starting the window, and during the window start, it should ask for password. During the window start, it should ask for password. After entering the password, then only you can go to the next process. So you can lock the CMOS. That time you can lock the CMOS. So you might have seen that in some company, if you will restart their system, it will ask the password. Once you will enter the password, then the booting process will be started. So that's the CMOS password actually. If someone is trying to enter into the BIOS, BIOS can also be locked with a different password, but that is not going to restrict your booting order. It will only restrict your BIOS entering pattern. If someone is trying to enter into the BIOS, it will ask the password. Otherwise, window will be loaded automatically. But if you want to restrict the window loading process also, that window should not get restarted, it will only get load after entering the password, then you can use the CMOS. So you might have seen the CMOS in your company, and that's the reason it was asking the password. Once you will enter the password, then it will proceed further. It looks like this. So you can use this one on the hardware level. This is not for Linux. This is not for Windows. This can be used anywhere. CMOS password. It is also known as SysKey, system key. Let me show you how to do it. See, in the run, just type syskey. Okay. It is changed in Windows 11. I have used it during Windows 7, XP and all. कुछ और होगा, रुक जाओ. Syskey, utility, SAM, SYSKEY. How to set Syskey. window R, then Syskey, press enter, SYSKEY. It's not supported in my edition. You can try in your system. Let's see if you are able to open the SYSKEY, Syskey. So through Syskey, you can set the password on the bootloader on the starting. So once you will set it, it will ask for the password every time. Syskey, it is called Syskey and CMOS password. This is the hardware level kind of restriction that company allows in most of the systems if they want to do it. And in case someone forgets the Syskey password, then it's easy to recover. You need to open the hardware. You need to unplug the CMOS battery for 30 seconds. Then if you will replug it again, your Syskey password will be restored. I am using the very basic edition of Windows. It's very basic version. That's the reason it is not working. You can open your run. If you have the enterprise edition, you can open your run and you can type SYSKEY, then press enter. So this process will get open. The Syskey will be open then. Then from there, you can enable the password. See, this kind of a screen will get open. Ye kya hai? What is this? See, once you will type Syskey here, then this kind of a screen will get open. This one. This screen will get open. So here you need to select the radio button of password setup. Then you can set the password, then click on OK. So once you will restart the system, it will ask for the Syskey password first. Once you will enter that, then only you would be able to load the window. So that's called Syskey. It's also called CMOS. Okay. It will not work in my window. This is the original window I am using, and that's a very basic edition. Like I have only given 3,000 rupees to the Microsoft to purchase this. So this is the basic edition.
I have used this password around 15 years ago in the Windows XP.
Yeah, I have used it like in 2014 or 12 something, like somewhere
Yes.
around in 12, 13. So in Windows XP, this was very famous.
Yes, yes.
I am also working since Windows XP in the technical world. Like earlier, we used to have Windows 95, 98 in my childhood. But when I enter into the professional field, that time we were using Windows XP and Windows Server 2003. तो तब से मैंने start किया था. So this is still available. Syskey is available, but yes, it's available in limited editions of Windows. So I am using Windows 11 Basic. That's why it is not there. In the Enterprise Edition and Standard Edition, you will be able to see this. So company don't use the Basic Edition. They will have the Enterprise Edition. So any further doubts? Any further questions?
No, sir. Thank you.
Anyone have any further doubts? किसी का कुछ भी? Nothing? Okay, good. So see, let's start with the password policy now. Password policy in the sense, you might have seen in the window, we have a password policy. Password policy means when your password will be expired. Company will have a password policy that determines, that states when your password is going to get expired. Every user will have a password policy attached. After a particular time period, they will have to reset their password due to compliance reason. Because of the compliance reason, because in the company, there will be a compliance conduct. So because of the legal regulation, every user will have to change their password after certain period of time. Some company will have the password policy of 30 days. Some company will have 45 days. Some will have 2 months. That's it. Like 30 days, 45 days, and 60 days is the threshold. So most of the company have this kind of pattern, and user will have to change their password, whether it is Windows, whether it is Linux. So this is one of the compliance requirement. You will have to do it because no one can establish the communication to your system. So just to prevent the hackers, you will have to set up this kind of criteria. Because in the cyber security, there is an attack which is called session hijacking. There is a session hijacking attack in the cyber security world. So if any hacker is able to establish the session with your server, then whatever he wants to do, he or she wants to do, they would be able to do it. So there is a session hijacking attack in the cybersecurity world. Then there is a keylogger. There is a keylogger kind of concept. In the keylogger, they would be able to steal your password. So this is again the second kind of attack. And the third one is brute force. Through brute force also, they would be able to inject your password. Then there is SQL injection attack. There are a lot of attacks in hacking world. Through this, hacker would be able to guess your password. So there is a SQL injection attack also. There is a web spider crawl attack. So these are the types of attack that hacker can do to steal your password. Once your password is accessible, hacker would be able to do anything with your system. So just to avoid this kind of situation in company, just because of the compliance means legal requirement, because every company, every MNC is following some of the standard. ISO 1001 2008 certified company, ISO 9001 2008 certified company. So what does ISO mean? ISO means International Standard Organization standard. So MNCs have to follow the ISO standard. Time to time there will be audit, and MNC also follow the ISMS standard. ISMS is related to security. So if any company is doing the IT business, they will have to follow the ISMS conduct policy. According to the ISMS conduct policy, in order to prevent these kind of attacks from the outside, you will have to change your password in a particular time period. Your password will be automatically expired. So it depends upon the company. If they are setting it for 30 days, so within 30 days, you will have to change the password. If the threshold is 45 days, you will have to change it within 45 days. If it is 60 days, then you can change it by 60 days. If you don't change the password, your password will be expired. You will not be able to log into your system. You have seen this option in the window as well. Same applies to Linux also. Understood? Understood this concept? What is password policy? So password policy states that when you should change your password. So company can give the frequency, company can define the threshold under which the password has to be changed. Now in the Linux, if you want to check the password policy of any user, in Windows, it is through the group policy. From the group policy, you can check the password. I will not be able to open it because again, that's the basic edition. So GPedit will not work here. In the standard and the enterprise edition, you can go to the group policy and you can check the password policy from there. In the Windows setting, in the administrative template, you would be able to check the password policy. Just like I can show you the image so that you can recall. You might have done in your OJT. So password policy in window. In company, they do it from the Active Directory. From the Active Directory, if they have the Windows environment, so they will do it from the Active Directory. See, this is the image. You might have seen this kind of option. Password policy. So in Windows, this is the password policy. Enforce password history, maximum password age, minimum password age, minimum password length, password must meet complexity requirements. So this is the compliance policy of the company. Let me copy this image to show you. So this is the password policy in Windows. See. So the first one is enforce password history. It is similar in Linux also. In Linux, it is same. Password policy is one of the compliance requirements. So the option will be same. Enforce password history means how many last password it can remember. Just like you have seen in the company that whenever someone wants to change the password after the expiry, they cannot use the same password again. Suppose I am using ASD@123. My password get expired after 1 month, and still I am trying to use ASD@123 in company. It will not allow me because it keeps the information of last password. So that is called enforced password history. So if company has enabled this, then it will not allow you to use the same password again and again after reset. The second one is maximum password age, like when your password will be expire. So this has been defined as 42. Company can change it according to their requirement. It can be 30, it can be 45, it can be 60, it can be 35, depending upon company to company. So within this time period, after this, like after 42 days, your password will be expired. So you need to change it. Window will give you the pop-up on the screen that your password will be expired in 7 days. Please change it. Please change it. Regularly, it will give you the pop-up. If you don't change the password, your password will be expire on the 42nd day and you will not be able to log in. So you will need to contact the server team, the service desk team actually. Service desk team is going to change the password from the Active Directory console. Then minimum password age. Minimum password age means what is the minimum criteria to change the password. So like this has been defined as 2 days. You can edit this. So suppose you have entered 2 days here. So within 2 days, you cannot change the password. You can change it after 2 days and maximum it will expire in 42 days. Then what should be the password length? So the minimum will start with 3. Then we can also given the maximum password length also. Then password must meet complexity requirements. So what is this option? This option means you need to set the password in a complex order, just like the combination of capital, small, and the numeric characters. So that's called complexity. And in the company, this will be enabled always. Then store passwords using reversible encryption. What is this meaning? So the password will be stored in the system and it gets stored in the encrypted format. So that's the meaning of this option. So this is related to the encryption so that nobody can check the password. Similarly, in the Linux, there is a password policy. This one was for the window. In Linux, what is the password policy? So let's go to the Linux machine and see that practically. So I'm in my Linux machine. I'm logged in. Let me set the resolution. Very problematic in Oracle. On the screen share, it becomes very difficult to control it. Wait. I need to restart it again. I will remove this Oracle VirtualBox and I will install the VMware Workstation. That is very good interface. This one is free. That's the reason it is like a free kind of. So let me log in. Let me stop my sharing first again. It is not allowing me to control the system. Wait. Yeah. I'm changing the resolution now. Now I'm sharing it again. On the screen share, the Oracle behaves very poorly. It works good in the standalone, but in the screen share, it works very poorly. So the resolution has been changed now. So let me open the terminal. Everything will be managed through the terminal in the Linux. There is no graphic. Hope this is visible to you. The font is good, right? Or should I increase it? It's good. Okay. See, if you want to check the current password policy in the Linux, how can you do so? So there is a command chage change space -l space the username. Like suppose you want to check it for root user, test user, whatever user is available in your system. If you want to check the password policy, so chage space -l space the username. So how many users are available in my system? So let me check that. So cat space /etc/passwd. This is the command to check the users. So I have test, boss1, nano1, Raj, G1, Bolt, and B10 that we have created in the last class. If you remember, we have created these users in the last session for our practical. And how I am able to identify these are the user through the user ID. It will start with 1000. So I have these users available in my system. Now, if I want to check the password policy of any user account, in Linux, it is specific to the user. So how can I check it? So I have a Raj user account in my system. So let's check it. So the command is chage change space -l space the name of user. So the name of user is Raj. Press enter. Here you can see it is not allowing me to check the password policy. Permission is denied. Why? Because I am logged in with the dollar. I'm not logged in with the root. So only root can do the special level of changes. So let's go to the root, switch user, enter the password of my root, enter. Now chage space -l space the name of user. So here you can see once I will press enter, it will give you the password policy. This is the password policy. So last password change. When I changed the last password, so I changed it on 2nd of April 2023. This is what when I created the user account. So I created this user account on 2nd of April 2023, and that time I have set the password. So that's the reason it is saying that the last password got changed on 2nd of April 2023. What was the day that time? So it was something like let me check it in my mobile. On the 2nd of April, it was Saturday. Oh, it was Sunday. So in our last weekend session, we have created this user account and we have set the password during the practical. So that's the reason it has picked up this date. If I will change it again, it will show me the different date. Then the next one is password expires, like when your password is going to expire. So by default, it is never. Means your password will never expire. Whatever you have set, it will be for the lifetime. Password inactive means when your password is going to inactive. Inactive in the sense, suppose you have set up the password expiry for 10 days. And after 10 days, suppose it's 12th of April. So on 12th of April, your password will be expire. But after expiring the password in the Linux, you will be able to log in for a particular duration. Suppose you have set 2. You have set 2. So after expiring the password for 2 days, you would be able to log in. This facility is available in Linux because Linux is the server operating system. So this facility is there. For Windows, it is not there. In Windows, if your password is expired, you will not be able to log in with that expired password. But in Linux, if your password gets expired and you have given the value here, then you would be able to log in with the expired password for that particular duration. Then comes the account expire. Account expire means your complete user account will be expired. So it is set to never. If you will set a particular duration, then within that duration, your complete account will be expire and deactivated automatically. So this is again one of the additional thing in the Linux. Then maximum number of days between password change. Like what is the maximum password change criteria? So it's set up for 50. Then maximum number of days between password change, again 99999. I will tell you about this. What is this? Then warning. The last one is related to warning. Just like in Windows, we get the warning 7 days before. In Linux also, you will get the warning, but you will not get it on the screen. It will reflect on the terminal. On the terminal, you will have to check it manually. So it will reflect you from 7 days that your password is going to expire in 7 days. Please change it. Please change it. That kind of banner will reflect on the Linux. It will not come on the desktop screen, on the login screen. But once you will open the terminal, if your password is about to expire and you have set up 7 days. So within 7 days, like before 7 days of expiry, it will show you the notification on the terminal, on this console, that your password is going to expire within this particular 7 days. Please change it. So it is like window, but yes, the work interface will not be exactly like the window. It will give you the notification on the terminal, not on the login screen. But in the window, you get the information on the login screen as well. So this is the password policy of the user. So this is related to the specific user account. If you want to check it for a specific user, this is the command: CHAGE space -L space username. Now, I had told you in the last to last session that if I want to check the password, the store password of any user account, so what is the command? cat space /etc/shadow. In the shadow, you can see the password of the user account in the encrypted format. If you remember, cat etc shadow, enter. Now, whatever user account I have in my system, whether it is root, whether it is system user, and whether it is local user, so their password is available in the shadow. This is the password of test. See, test user has this password. It is a very long password. Actually, this is not the password. This is the encryption. And what encryption Linux uses? So Linux uses SHA-124, SHA-124, system hash algorithm, to encrypt the password. So every password is encrypted with the SHA algorithm, SHA. Now, let me copy one of the figure. This one is very easy, Vault. So Vault is one of the user account, and this is the encrypted password, this one. So let me copy this value so that I can tell you something. I'm copying this value. Let's see if it will get pasted on the window or not. It will not work. So let me take the screenshot of this then. Yes. Now see, what I want to make you understand, through shadow, we would be able to check our username. After colon, your password will be started. This is your password. Double colon is the password in the encrypted format. Just like G1. G1 is the user account. Colon, this is the password. This is a very long password. And password will start from colon and it will end with again one more colon. So within the colon, within 2 colon, there will be your password. Just like here also, Raj password started with the colon. Let me go to the Linux. See, the password of Raj. Where is the Raj? This one. So the Raj password started in the colon. Then again, it will end with the colon. See, if I go to the root passwords start with the colon and it will again end with the colon. So where the colon is ending? Here. So it will start with the colon and with the colon. So within this colon, between this colon, you would be able to see your encrypted password. So this is how shadow works. So similarly, This is your password. Between this colon, this is your password. Then what is this 19449? Let me write it first. 19449. After the colon, it will be a particular number. So 19449 colon 0 colon 99999 colon 7. This is the number value. Now what is this? So the 19449 is what? It is something like 1 Jan 9070, means Linux always calculate the password from 1st of Jan 1970. So this is the number of days starting from 1st of Jan 1970 to till now. Means 19,449 days have been passed from 1st of Jan 1972. What is the date in my Linux machine? It's 8th of April 1238. So till today, starting from 1st of Jan 1970, these days have been passed. This is the date. This is the number of days when the last password got changed. So when did you change the last password? As I have told you, you can check it from the CHAGE space -L space username command. So through that command, you would be able to see the last password change timing. Just like here, we have done that. This one, see, last password got changed on 2nd of April 2003. It means that particular days which is coming here, this one, this is till 1st of Jan 1972, 2nd of April 2023. If I change my password today, then this number will get increased. So this is starting from 1st of Jan 1970 to the date when you last change your password. So this is the number of days starting from 1st of Jan 1970 to the date when you last change your password. So Linux works from 1970 actually. It takes the calculation from 1970. Understood this portion? This one is clear? Ye wala? What is this? So in every password, in every store password, you can see 19449, 19449, something like that. Because this is the number of days starting from 1st of Jan 1970 to 2nd of April when you last changed the password, when you last set the password. So this is the number of days. So it will be there in every user account. If I go to my Linux machine, let me show you again the shadow. See, in my shadow, if you talk about root, so in the root, you can see a different number. It is starting with 0. Because Linux does not calculate the root timings. I installed this operating system during your first class. Like during your second class in the Linux, I installed this operating system. But it is not taking the calculation. It is taking it as 0. Because Linux does not calculate it for root. Because root is a owner. But for other users, it is going to calculate the number of days starting from 1st of Jan 1970. So this first portion is clear. Any doubt in this? Let me know. Because ये थोड़ा complex to understand. So any doubt in the first portion? What is this 19449? Any doubt?
No, sir.
So these are the number of days. If you will calculate it from 1st of Jan 1970 to 2nd of April, you will find this number of days. Then what is the next one? What is this 0? So 0 means your password expiration time. Password expiration time in the sense when your password will get expire. So the password of this user account will never expire. It is set to 0. So it will never expire. Colon. What is the third one? 999999, 5 times 9. What is the meaning of this one? So the meaning of this one is maximum number of days when the password needs to be changed. Like, what is the maximum number of days when you will have to change your password? So you can change your password after 99999 days. So if you will calculate the number of days, this will be your third or fourth generation. So you can say your password will never expire. This is the number of days when you will have to change the password. So you will have to change your password after 9,99,000. No, it's 99,999 days. So after this time period, you will have to change your password. Your password will be expired. See, this is the maximum number of days, and this day will never come, because no Linux machine is going to be for 200 years or 50 years, 80 years, whatever the calculation is. I believe this will be the third generation, because in a year, how many days it is there in a year? It's 365 days or 366 days according to the leap year calendar. And it is something like 99,999. So do you think that after 50 years also you would not be able to complete this period? Like, suppose there are 365 days in a normal year, 365 days. If you will do it for 10 years, so it will come down at 3,650. And what is this figure? This figure is 99,000 something, 99,999. So even if you will give your 50 years of life for a user account, this will not get expire. So there will be fifth or sixth generation. Then this password will get expire. So that's the reason it is 0. 0 means it will never expire for you, because no company is going to keep the server for this duration. They will decommission it. Once the new operating system will come, once the new hardware will come, they will upgrade it. They will change it. Currently, it is Red Hat Enterprise Linux 8. Maybe after 10 years, it will be Red Hat Enterprise Linux 15. So they will not keep the same OS for lifetime. So that's the reason this is the maximum value when your password is going to get expired. So it will get expired in this particular days. Then what is the last one? So last one is for warning. Before the password expiry means when your password is about to get expired, so it will give you the warning before 7 days. 7 means it will start giving you the warning before 7 days that your password is about to get expired. And when it will give me the warning? After 99,999, when it is about to complete this duration. So this is the default password policy for the user accounts. This one is starting from 1st of Jan 1970. This one is the password expiry time, so it will set to 0, means it will never expire. The last one, the third one, is the number of days when you will have to change your password. So you need to change your password after this particular time. Then this is the warning. When your days are about to get completed, when these days will be completed, so before 7 days, it will give you the warning that you need to change the password within these 7 days. So this is how you can read this shadow file. This shadow file can be read like this. So from this also, you can understand the password policy. You don't need to write the command chge space -l space username. But specifically, if you want to see, let me show you. So chge, suppose chge space -l space, I want to check it for Raj. So what is the Raj policy? This one. So I want to check it for Raj, enter. Now you can see the last password got changed on 2nd of April 2023. Means what is the meaning of this? 19449. So starting from 1st of April, 1st of Jan 1970 to 2nd of April 2023, These are the days which has been passed when I change my password. Then password expires. So when the password will get expire, it is set to never. Never means 0. Then maximum number of days between the password change. So when you can change the password, so it is 99,999. The same thing you can see here, 99,999. Then minimum number of days when you can change your password, so it is set to 50. So it is coming here 50. Then the warning time 7. Here also warning time is 7. So you can read the shadow file as well, or you can use this command to check the specific user permission as well. You should know both the options. You should be in a condition to read the shadow file. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
This is very complex to understand. That's
Yes,
why
sir.
I'm asking again and again. ये थोड़ा वैसा ही है. Now let me show you one thing. Let me change the password. So pass WD space. I am changing the password of Raj. So when the password was changed last time, it got changed on 2nd of April 2023. So pass WD space Raj. I am changing the password of Raj now, and I am setting a new password. Again. So this has been updated. Now let me run this command again. So CHAGE space -L space Raj. Now you can see the date for today. So when I change my last password, I change it today. And if I will check it in the shadow, what was the shadow value earlier? So earlier the shadow value was 19449. If I will run the shadow command again, cat etc shadow, then for Raj, it is what? 19455. It has been changed. And earlier it was what? It was 19449. This was the earlier value when it was 2nd April 2023. But now what is the value? Where is Raj? 19455. So it is calculating from 1st Jan 1972 today, 8th of April 2023. Because I changed my password today. So this is the calculation till today. If I will change my password after 1 month, it will calculate from 1st of Jan 1972 after 1 month. So these are the number of days when I change my password. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Practically you have seen that.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Any doubt in this? Now let's proceed further then. इससे आगे चलते हैं थोड़ा. So there are some commands just like CHAG space -L space, the name of user. So let's do it for Raj. So the Raj password got changed on 8th of April 2023. Suppose I want to change the minimum password expiry date. I want to change this one. It is set to 50.
Yes.
I want to change this value. So how can I change it? So the command is very simple. CHAGE change space -M. -M is for minimum. Then number of days. So currently it is 50. What you want to keep it for minimum? Suppose I want to keep it 1. So change space -M space -M, then number of days that you want to keep for minimum number of days between the password change. Like when you can change your password, minimum. At what time you can change your password. So I can change it after 1 day. So I'm setting it 1. If you want to change it after 10 days, you can set it 10. So this is kind of restriction. So I'm doing 1 space, the name of user for which you want to apply this policy. So I want to apply this one for Raj only. So enter. There is no error. It means everything is okay. If I will again use CHAG space -L space Raj. Now the value has been changed to 1. Earlier it was 50. Now the user can change the password after 1 day, and maximum it will get expire in this particular date. So this is the default value, but in company, this is not going to be the situation, because in company, as per the compliance policy, you will have to change the password within 30 days, 60 days, or 45 days. You cannot keep it like 99,999. This is like, as I told you, this will be your 4th or 5th generation. So company changed this policy. Company is going to change this one. How they will change it? So again, the command. So the command is like chag space -m, number of days that you want to keep. Suppose I want to keep it 45 space number of name of user. So name of user is Raj. Enter. Capital M is for maximum, minus small m is for minimum. See, minimum. Minimum means when you can change your password, this one. And maximum means capital M, like after what time your password will be expired. So I have set up 45 minus capital M 45, like after 45 days, my password will be expired. So let's check again. chag space -l space name of user Raj, enter. Now it is set to 45 days. So after 45 days, the password has to be changed for Raj. It has to be changed for Raj. Minimum, you can change it after 1 day. Maximum, you will have to change it after 45 days. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now, how to change this value, the warning value? So let's see. This is again simple. So the command is chag space hyphen warning, means W. The number of days that you want to set for the warning. So by default, it is what? It is 7. I want to set it like within 10 days, before 10 days of the expiry. When it is about to expire, my password will expire on 23rd of May 2023 after 45 days. See, it will get expire. But what I want is, I want the warning before 10 days. Like within 10 days, it should tell me that my password is about to get expired. So you can give any number here, whatever you want to set. See, this is what? This value. Let me try to make you understand this one first. We have set the maximum password policy for 45 days. Means after 45 days, my password will be expired. So lastly, I changed my password on 8th of April 2023. This is the date when I changed my password. And after 45 days from 8th of April, which is 23rd of May, my password will be expired. So this is the meaning of this particular number. So this is the date when I set my password. And after 45 days, this is 45. So starting from 8th of April to 23rd of May, the 23rd of May would be 45 days from 8th of April. This date is the date when my password will be expired. On this date, after 45, exactly on the 45th of day, which is 23rd of May 2023, my password will be expired for the Raj. And I want the warning, like the expiry date is on 23rd of May. Suppose before 10 days, I need the warning. So before 10 days means it will be 16, 14, kitna 15, kitna hoga 12, 13. It will be 13. So on 13th of May, starting from 13th of May to 23rd of May, I need the warning. I need the warning before 10 days. Till this particular duration that your password is going to expire, please change it, please change it, please change it. So this is the value that I need to change. This is the warning day. So currently it is set to 7. In case I want to change it, so the command is chag space
W.
-w. Then number of days, I want to keep it 10. space username. So I want to do it for Raj. Enter. Now this has been changed. If you check the command chage space -l space Raj, then you can see it's 10 days. So this is the date when the password will be expired, and before 10 days of this, which will come down to your 13 12 13 hoga. So on 13th of May, starting from 13th of May, it is going to give me the warning that your password will get expired in next 10 days. Please change it. So this is how you can edit the password policy in the Linux. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Now here one more thing. Account expire. Account expire is set to never, means account will never expire. But in company, as per compliance reason, this has to be a value. You cannot keep it never, otherwise hacker is going to target this account. So there will be a particular time duration for the account. After that, we need to renew it. The server administrator of the Linux have to renew it. So how you can do it? Again, the same command, chage space -e. E means expiry. So chage space -e space number of days when you would like to set it. Suppose I want to set it for 10. Space the name of user. No, the command was ch. Yeah, we have to give one of the date here. So chage space e means -e. E means expiry. Then you need to mention one of the date. So 2023. This is the format of Linux. I want to set it the expiry date for 2023, and the month I want to keep it as May, which is 5th month, and the date I want to set it as 10th. So 10th of May 2023 will be the expiry date of my user account. It accepts year, month, date, YMT space the name of user that you want to change. So I'm setting it for Raj. Enter. Now again check it, chage space -l space Raj. So now you can see your account will expire on 10th of May 2023 because I have set this value. See, 10th of May 2023. This is the expiry time of my account. My account will be expired on this particular date. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now how to change this value? Only this one is left. Password inactive. How to change this? Like when my password will be inactive after the expiry. So suppose you want to keep it same. Suppose you want to keep it same as the account expiry date, then you can also do it. In case you want that on 10th of May, your password will get expired. What is the password expiry date? So the password will expire on 23rd of May. And you want your with the password expiry, your account should also become inactive. Means user should not be able to log in with the expired password. So you can set the same date, or if you want to change it, if you want to do it for suppose 25th of May, you want to give some time to the user, then you can also do it. So how to change it? That's the last parameter, chage. Yes, Sangeeta.
Sir, in those commands, in some place you have used uppercase and in some place you have used lowercase, sir. Is
Yes.
it case sensitive or?
Yes, that's case sensitive. Lowercase is for minimum, uppercase is for maximum.
Okay, sir. What about E, sir? In the place of expiry,
Expiry.
it should be uppercase only?
Yeah, it should be uppercase. Capital E means the maximum number of expiry.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So whatever I am using, that should be same, because Linux is a complex, like the commands are very complex in the Linux. So whatever is small, that should be small. Whatever is caps, that should be caps. It
Okay, sir.
accepts the case sensitive passwords and case sensitive commands.
Okay, so if in case if I enter lowercase e, then it will show error, right?
Yes, it will show error.
Okay, sir.
But in case of M, if you will enter a small m, it will not
Okay.
give you error. It will change the minimum password history, minimum password length, the minimum one, where the
Okay.
minimum is written, this one.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
So the last command is chage space. Then what is left? Inactive. Inactive timer is left. So for inactive, the command is chage. What is the command? यार मैं भी भूल जाता हूँ इसका ना. वार्निंग के लिए ये द अकाउंट एक्सपायरी, देन द अकाउंट एक्सपायरी. ओके, इट वाज chage space I space hyphen I. I stands for inactive value, so it should be capital. Then number of days when the account should become, when the password should become inactive. Suppose you want to set it 20, so just set it as 20. Then username Raj, enter. Then chage space hyphen L space Raj. Now you can see the password will become inactive on 12th of June 2023. Like after the expiry of this particular time, your password will become inactive on this particular duration. So whatever the number you will give, it will take the date accordingly. So this is the last command to change the password policy. So these are the password policy parameter in the Linux. These are the option. You will have to remember these options. Then the command that we have run, you will have to remember those commands in order to change the value. I will write it in the document and will share with you for the practicals. Now the thing is, whatever we have done so far, it was only applicable to Raj. I have a lot of user in this system. If I check my user, cat, etc, passwd, then I have a lot of user accounts. Apart from Raj, I have Test, I have Boss, I have Nano, I have G1, I have Bolt, I have B10. I have a lot of user account. In company, there will be a lot of user account. There will be thousands of user account. So do you think it will be feasible to change it one by one for every user? You cannot do so. If I have 10,000 user account on my server, you cannot go to each and every user account and you can use this chage manually one by one. This is going to kill a lot of time. For a specific user, I can understand. Like suppose there are 100 of user. Out of 100 user, there are 5 user that you want that their password policy should be specific. That time we will use this command for a specific user. But you want to set it as default policy. You want to set it as default. Default in the sense, currently, what is happening? Suppose if I check chage space hyphen L space for test, test. If I check this, then you can see this is the default policy. It is set to never, 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 0. This is going to be the value. This is the default policy in the Linux. This one. So whenever I will create any user account, they will get this policy by default. This is the password policy every user will get by default once I will create any user account in Linux. I have changed it for Raj. For Raj, it is different now. See, if I check it for Raj, it is different because I have changed that. But if I check it for Nano, Nano is also one of the user account in my system, Nano 1. If I check it for Nano, kahan gaya Nano? See, it is never, 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 9999 again, the same thing. So this is the default policy, never, 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 0999997. So if you want to change the password policy for a specific user, we have seen that. We have used multiple commands to change that. But suppose I want to set this policy as default. I want that whenever a new user account will be created, that user should take the new password policy. I don't want to change it for every user. I want to keep it as default for every user account. So whatever user I will create in the system, they should be getting the same password policy. So how can I do it? I cannot do it from these commands because this is for the specific user. So how can I do it for every user? So I need to do the changes in a file. I had told you all the server related configuration will be there in the etc folder. During the file system hierarchy, I told you that all the server related configuration will be there in the /etc folder. If you remember, that's in the file system hierarchy /home//etc/boot/sbin/sbin no logon line, like that kind of thing we have already discussed. So you have to make some changes in a default configuration file of Linux. What is the file? So in order to do some changes, you can use the vim editor, vi or vim. If you want to do any changes in the file, you do it with vi or vim. We are already doing this. We are already doing this for a couple of days. We are creating the file. We are doing the changes through vi or vim. Vim is the full form and vi is the shortcut. So space, I want to do the changes in a file, which is a system configuration file. So vim space, the file is available in /etc location because etc contains the server configuration file. So vim/etc/, what is the name of that file? So the name of that file is login.defs, login.defs. In this file, I will have to make the changes, the value changes, so that I can set the default password policy for every user account. So this is the location. It is available in etc. In etc, the name of the file is login.defs, and I want to do the changes. That's why I am using vim editor. Then press enter. If I will press enter, here you can see the values. See, pass maximum days is set for 99999. Minimum days is 0. Length is 5. Warning age is 7. That's the reason it is coming in this value for every user account. If you want to change it, you can do it. That's very simple. And see, UID value. If you remember for the last session, I told you the UID value will start from 1000 for the user account. Why? Because it is specified here. And the maximum, see, the maximum UID value 999, because it is specified here. So if you want to change the UID value as well, you can do it. See, you need to do the changes in this value, and whenever the user account will be created, their user ID will be different. Just like here you can see system account. System account means the second type of user account. So it starts with this value. So you can change it. You can change it in any value. And the normal user account starts with 1000 and the maximum will be 60,000. I told you in the last session, if you remember. So if you want to change this value as well, you can. If you will set it 1 lakh as maximum, then you can create maximum 1 lakh local user account in a single Linux machine. So this is the configuration file of the Linux. From here, you can change most of the things. See, this is the configuration file. So you can do the server level editing from a lot of files in the Linux, and this is one of that. So umask, we will discuss in the next session. Umask, this is related to permission. Now let's change the value. Suppose I want to change this value, maximum number of password expiry date. It is set to 99999. I want to change this, and I want to change the warning also. So in order to do any editing in the file, I need to press I. Once I will press I will go to the insert mode, and I am changing this value. Whatever you are doing in this file, just do it carefully. Otherwise, it is going to impact your operating system, because this is a system configuration file. Suppose I am setting it as 50. After every 50 days, you will have to change your password, and you will get the warning on every 10 days. On every 10 days, you will get the warning. Like before 10 days of the expiry, you will get the warning. So whatever value you want to change, you can. I'm changing only two value, 50 and 10. In order to save this, escape colon WQ, enter. Now it is saved. Now if I will create a new user account, suppose user add space, suppose username is S1 ST1. I'm creating a new user account. ST1 is not
User
taking.
ADT. Civil.
What are you saying? So I'm creating the user account. It's I have entered 3D here. That's the reason it did not accept it. So username is S1 now, and I'm setting up the password. Pass WD space S1. So password I am setting today. Now done. Now let's see the password policy. CHAGE space -L space S1 is the user account name that I created. Enter. Now you can see this is taking the different value. It is taking 10 days as a warning, 50 days as a password change, and accordingly it has taken the date. Today I set the password on 8th of April. After 50 days, it will, my password will get expire. If you want to change these two value also, you can do the editing in that file. I have only changed this two value, so only these two got changed. And whenever I will create any new user account now, it will take the new value. It will not take 7 now. It will not take 99999 now. Because in the def file, the current value is this vi etc login.defs. So the current value is this one. Wait. Login.defs. So the current value is what? 10 and 50. That's the reason always it will take 10 and 50. If I make it default, press I. What was the default value? So the default value here was, I think, 99999, and here it was 7. So I am selecting the default value, escape colon W and Q, enter. Now if I create a new user account, user add space, suppose I'm creating Y1, pass WD space Y1, the password ASD@12345 I am selecting, ASD@12345. Now if I check the password policy CHIGE space -L space Y1, so it is by default now 99999 then 7. So I've set it up as default. So this is how you can change the password policy in Linux. You can do it as default level as well. For default level, you will have to do the editing in this file, login.defs, which is available in the etc location. If you want to do it for the specific user, then there are different commands that we have seen. Change space -L, change space -W, change space -I, small I, caps M, small m. So these are the different parameters. So this is your password policy in Linux. Any doubt, any questions? There will be questions once you will do it with your own. So just do it with your own, then there will be some queries. You can ask me. I would be happy to answer your concerns. Any further questions in the understanding? Anything? कुछ पूछना है किसी को?
Sir, user ID, previously you said 1,000 to 60,000 will be minimum, sir. If it is
Yes.
maximum, what will be the value beyond 60,000?
Beyond 60,000, you can set it for 99999, like 5
Oh.
times 9s, 6 times 9s, 10 times 9s, whatever the calculation it permits. So whatever is the
There's no
final
limit.
integer value, it will take it. There is no limit actually.
Okay.
Okay. So it can be 9999999 something,
Okay.
infinite. So this was your password policy. So we have completed user, group membership, and the password policy. Now we have to start a new topic. So that I will start tomorrow. Today the class was on 9 p.m. At final stage, I had to change the timing because I was stuck in some patching activity. But tomorrow I am on leave, so it will be on 8. Tomorrow it will be on 8 p.m. And next weekend also I am on leave for Saturday, Sunday. So the planning is for 8 p.m. only. So tomorrow we will connect at 8 p.m. and we will start a new topic. New topic will be started. So I am planning to start the permission. I will start the user permission tomorrow, sudo permission and the permission on the file and folder level. If we would be able to complete it tomorrow only, then I will start a new topic tomorrow, which is logs. Okay.
Okay.
So let's connect tomorrow at 8. I will update it in the portal and I will try to share the recording by today only. I will try to share this recording today. Otherwise it will be tomorrow. Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
last Saturday class was missing in the.
Yeah, actually in the last Saturday, there was no class. So it was like a conversation and it could not get recorded because of the
Okay.
issue that we were facing. So that's
Okay.
the reason I have not uploaded the video. Even I could not find that video because there was issue with the Zoom, so it could not get recorded.
Okay.
Well, that is not going to impact because that was a general conversation only. We have not covered any topic on last Saturday, so it is
Okay.
not going to impact us. अगर कुछ वैसे छूट गया होता, then I should have recorded it again. Okay, so let's connect tomorrow then. Let's leave it till here only. I'm shutting down my Linux. We'll use the same machine tomorrow. So enjoy your night. Have a good night.
Good night, sir.